Hello everyone, it is Zigzag here. Welcome back to another Geoguessr video. Today we are back on the road to #1 in the world. And as you may have seen from the title, we have two extremely exciting updates to duels today. So previously on the series, we were always facing 800 and 900 rated opponents. Well, that will no longer happen. Our opponents should always now be 1100 or above. Additionally, and this is the most exciting thing, as if that already wasn't exciting enough, but also we will now be playing on a community world. So anyone in this division or the pink division will now play on Community World instead of World Map, which is just going to be a massive upgrade. Definitely looking forward to playing this. We're going to have like so many more interesting locations. And to be honest, I understand why they kept it for the lower divisions, because the World Map definitely is easier and more urban. So there's going to be more clues for those players who like to play with that. But I'm very excited to see how this is going to go. I feel like we have a good chance of pushing up some points today just because of now facing against higher rated opponents and on a better map. And I also got a decent night's sleep last night, which we know is the most important thing. So let's just see how we go here today. Internet has been a bit slow though. We're facing against Ik et Eat Arthur. I'm actually going to turn my light down a little bit here. There we go. Okay, so first round here should be somewhere in Austria. We don't really need to move around here. I feel like this is just standard, like, central Austrian stuff. And our opponent is waving. We should also wave back there, indeed. And our opponent is Belgian. Actually, it is nice to know the place of origin of our opponents, just in case we find them on their home country or something like that. But the first one here was a pretty standard round. Community World. I'm really excited for this. We're going to get some much more difficult and interesting rounds, that's for sure. This one is at Russia or something like that. No, it should be Canada then. And if Canada, that's an interesting lamp. Now, that's almost American looking, isn't it? I mean, we can always move here. Just trying to work out whether this could be the US or not. It definitely looked more like Canada, but I feel like that lamp is basically only ever in the US. So, and what's that number plate? Very, very difficult to make out. To be honest, I'm going to go for South Dakota here, actually. Just because, and okay, it was Canada, but our opponent goes into Russia. And to be honest, it looked like exactly like this area. But no antenna. So Russia will always, in Generation 3, have some kind of antenna. Pretty much, yeah, in basically every single round. So yeah, you should be safe. In fact, in every round, I would say. Next one here, we got a blue thing on the pole here. I'm going to go Southern France. And I would say this kind of area was working fine. Like, it could be around Pyrenees. I think it's more likely to be this kind of area. Could be a bit further north, but ultimately, well, it could even be Corse, I guess. But yeah, I mean, definitely kind of looks like that area. And yeah, it was towards the border with Italy there. Our opponent being Belgian, I guess, you know, probably more likely to have traveled there in their life at some point. Well, next one we have a London cab, so I guess we can just go straight for London here. I mean, to be fair, everything does kind of feel London-like as well, so I feel like we're pretty safe to just send here. Typical British houses and whatnot. Also, the first episode of the series with my avatar, which, I mean, you know, is a bit of a sad day in some ways, because I think everyone pretty much preferred the profile pictures, but that's okay. And it was indeed just in Chelsea there. Very interesting. Next one here, we are on 1.5 times damage, and we should be somewhere in, like, probably Austria or Slovenia here. Let's just see if we can see a number plate or something like that. I mean, interesting yellow number plate. What's that about? I would say it's nothing. It's just a traveler of some kind, maybe a duchy or something like that. But let's get over to this street sign here. Yeah, so these ones, that's interesting. Well, it is actually Slovenia. It really feels like Austria, though, so I'm going to go somewhere near Austria, out towards Lake Bled or something like that could certainly be the case. And yeah, it was right near Jesenice there, which is a place I've been. And yeah, definitely, that's actually the place where we crossed across. So yeah, these houses looked really Austrian. Does not surprise me that we're over there. Probably could have guessed there, but, you know, those low points up for anyway. This one is Brazil. Now, can I work it out quickly here? The mountains are too big to be somewhere far east, so I probably will go like Minas Gerais here. Now, could it be north? We do have a lot of palms here, so I could see this being north stuff. Might just hedge it, like in Bahia. With 2 times damage, it could be up near Recife, could just be Minas Gerais. Oh my gosh, guys, we just lost like that? Oh my gosh. And we did. Wow. That is terrible. Well, they go -25, and it was a really hard round like you wouldn't see on World Map. And I guess I was maybe too much in the World Map frame of mind. I just really thought it was Brazil. But the funny thing was that I thought it looked like Acre first, which is all the way west near Colombia. But the mountains were too big, so I just assumed that we had to be over there. That's okay. I won't let it faze me, because now we're facing high-rated opponents. I can definitely make use of that and gain more points quickly. So obviously we can lose more, but we can win much more as well. Now this should be, is it Finland actually? I think it is Finland. Now I didn't actually see anything 100% confirming that, but that is Finnish language. Generation 2 camera is interesting here. I'm just going to plonk south. It was Tampere there. That makes sense. But yeah, I mean, hey, look, it was not a good first round, but I am actually very optimistic for these changes. I don't really care if we lose every duel this round. It's a good change. It's gonna be much more fun for sure. This should be southern France, I thought. I actually have to go looking here at another poll, I think. Is that an Italian poll? Interesting. And this is so dry that I would say Sicily is most likely. Sardinia possible, but Sicily surely more likely, because it kind of looks like Spain, and, you know, most times when you have the Italian pole top, and it looks like Spain should be down here somewhere. But we will see. But yeah, the Italian pole top, we don't really see it anymore, but it kind of had those, like, knobs on top. You can... Oh, was Sardinia? Very interesting. I mean, yeah, was Sardinia? Very interesting. Obviously, our opponent goes Portugal, so it's still good profit for us, but... Definitely could have gotten closer by guessing the right island. Next one here is Kenya, and I would say we're somewhere not too far from Nairobi here. This kind of stickers on the car is very Nairobi-like. And I'll just say somewhere around here should be fine. I was actually north of the mountains there, which also makes sense. But I knew it wouldn't be too many points, so I couldn't really be bothered working out exactly what was going to go on there. Next one here. I mean, also, to keep in mind, I've been away in Japan for a week and a half, and have not played Geoguessr since then, so this is really... I mean, I've just been practicing Russia, so I've not really gotten any practice since then. What is this sign, by the way? Very thick red border here. I think it might be Romanian, but does the architecture make sense with that? Let's take a look here. Certainly could. I actually don't think so, though, so I'm actually going to look further here. Could this be Hungary? Maybe. Okay, we've actually got stuff here. This is Czechoslovakia. That's I believe, a Czech sign here. Yeah, so it should be, I guess I'll just go this end because it kind of looked like Eastern Europe, but was just kind of near Prague instead. Makes sense with the flatness. I don't know, it's kind of confused there. Actually, you'll notice that I checked the back of the sign at the start of that round, if you scroll back and see, and that was because I thought it might be Czechia, and I went to check if there was a little black tab at the top of the signpost, which you often see in Czechia, but yeah, there was none, so I kind of assumed it wouldn't be, but obviously on that occasion it was. Okay, here we are in the US. We got blue number plates. Ooh, interesting kind of blue and red ones there. We can move here, of course. I'm just trying to work out which direction is even best here. Honestly, okay, let's think objectively here. I think it's actually California. And yeah, we do have the Cali flag there. Okay, this is North Cali somewhere. I mean, it has to be Bay Area or above for my money. And it does kind of look like Bay Hills, so I wouldn't actually go too much further north, I think. I'll go Santa Rosa here. That seems good. And it was actually, wow, it was actually near Santa Barbara there, in Solvang. Very interesting. Must be a very touristy place. That was like a very pretty town, at least kind of a faux European charm or something like that, I guess you'd say. Next one here should just be Bhutan then. We've got like the kind of silverish car that you often see with the glitch there. Like this is how it looks. You often like kind of get, it's kind of like a bit of a contrast between the road and the car. And yeah, our opponent gets it. So our opponent being very solid so far. I'm happy that we didn't lose a lot of points in the US, because that can often be scary these days on a map like this, but I mean, it obviously wasn't ideal either. Is this Hawaii or something like that? Kind of could be, I think, or Taiwan. Probably Taiwan is more likely here. We got Chinese. Mountain direction is east and west here, so definitely feeling this kind of valley over here. I'll just go for it. It's somewhere along here. Probably maybe like this area here. Chishang would be best, but it could also be north, so it could be like Yilan, so it's fine. Yeah, it was Chishang nearby there, so not too bad. Our opponent just clicks in the middle, which is fine for him, and it's going to be 165 points of damage. So again, similar situation to the last duel. It's been pretty low damage. I mean, maybe in some ways ACW is actually easier. I didn't think so, but maybe. Okay, we got kilometers per hour here. This is BC, surely. Now, it is pretty dry. Kamloops area would work, but we do have water down there. So, given that that is the case, I think Kamloops doesn't have so much water to the south. Yeah, I would probably be thinking of Kelowna. Penticton probably is best here. Let's go that. And it was Penticton, very nice, had the water south. That's obviously going to be big damage, not quite enough to knock him out. 2k is also good, though. And our opponent is surprised, which is nice of him to be surprised. Next one should be, is it Chile or Spain? I can't actually tell here. I mean, let's just actually go for the sign. It's too convenient. and we actually have the number 1, and I've heard of this place before, so it is there, and I guess we will just go like that. I don't know. Can't be bothered working out exactly where this is. Gosh, okay, I probably should have looked a little bit harder, but yeah, hard, dude. I don't know. I forgot how easy that was. I kind of just assumed that it would have been the kind of sign that he wouldn't have seen, but of course he would have, because it was literally looking at it right at the start of the round, so a bit silly there, but whatever. This is my attention span in a nutshell, really. Okay, here we are in Lithuania, yeah. And with this winter coverage, it is kind of more west, so I'll just plonk it here, and it is indeed there. Opponent guessing nicely once again, and it's going to be a little bit of damage. Okay, so up to 4.5 times damage, anything can happen now. We don't want big countries, and we got Russia. But I have been practicing Russia, as I said, so let's see if we can get any metas here. Yeah, this is White Car with this kind of landscape. I think this is far east, actually. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would say that this is like around here somewhere. So I'm just going to go for it here, hoping for the best. And it was indeed over there. Very nice. Okay, so the Russia practice already paying off for these duels. And there we go. GG's to our opponent here. What do we gain? So this is exciting. We gain 9 points, guys. See how good this update is. I don't even care that I lost the first one. What? I'm showing a bit too much there. Okay, let's turn my guy around. Anyway, that's a huge result though. 9 points. That's so much more than we'd normally be getting in our old duels. I love this update so much, guys. And so let's hope we get some more higher rated opponents here. I don't really mind losing anymore. You know, it's not like that mental knowing that you're gonna have to play like 10 duels to get even half the points back. This is much better, definitely. Ooh, this is a rare moment when we have someone who is higher rated than us. This is exciting. Good luck to our opponent. Wave back here. Let's see what our first round is. It should be Argentina. I think we should guess quickly here. Oh, that looks like maybe a bit Buenos Aires to me, that pole top. Not really sure. Like they're a bit dodgy, the pole tops in RG, but I'll go straight for it here. The vegetation almost gave me a bit of a north vibe, but then again, these trees are fairly Australian. I could definitely see it being where I clicked, so I guess we'll find out soon enough. I mean, you know, it's round 1, so it shouldn't matter too much. Our opponent is going for that extra info, and it was indeed in BA, so there we go. Good start to the duel. Our opponent making a nice hedge there as well, just 200 points. Okay, I really want to make this count. This is going to be good practice, World Cup practice, you know. This is South Africa, flat. Okay, should be somewhere near Lesotho for this reason. It's not flat at all, of course, but these plantations of trees definitely look like this area over here. My opponent will know that, so let me just see if I can get anything else here on this sign. Maybe it'll have a town name. Yeah, it will. Madola. Pogola? I saw Madola. I mean, it should really be somewhere around here. So what about the other places? Peach Reef, and there's a lot of like Dutch names. Interesting. Well, I guess maybe it could be a bit further south here. Opponent probably found the spots, but to be honest, there's not going to be too many points here anyway, so I'm not too worried. I would like to find it though. Where is this? Yeah, this is my scanning skills. They're not the best, guys. Peach Reefed. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just go there. Should be a fan, and it was right on the border. This is exactly where I was looking, and actually it was a big tenor. I must have been looking at it pretty like consistently there. So sorry about that for that one, guys. Okay, next one here is this. Is this Bangladesh? It should be. And it's giving me a bit of a south vibe here. Just, oh, interesting. Now we're jumping into some different coverage. Let's actually just get out of the town here a little bit, if possible. I mean, I know in Bangladesh that might be a difficult task, but I wanted to get a look at the landscape. It's a lot of palms. Yeah, I'm going to click middle here, actually. I don't really get a strong vibe. It could actually be north. But Bangladesh, I think like this area over here, yeah, it is next to the river. Yeah, you get a lot of palms next to the rivers, but you know, it's not really that helpful because they're all over Bangladesh. But this kind of area north of the capital has a lot of like rice fields, so I can get that pretty consistently, but beyond that, it's very difficult. Okay, here we are in, should be actually RG again here now. I'd like to go for maybe some metas here. Will we find any? I'm not really sure. I even would like to just get a sense of the landscape here. We have a lot of poplar trees. This could be further south than one would think, actually. I just want to get to, like, a place where I can see the landscape a little bit here, you know? Okay, what's that? Interesting. Interesting. Trying to, like, get a gauge for the pole tops as well. Don't really think they're that useful here. This does feel a bit like New Ken or something like that. But maybe I kind of just hedge like that in La Pampa. I think that's fine, because it could be further north. It just does almost have, like, a bit of, like, bordering Patagonia vibes. I think I should have gone, actually, General Roca or something like that here. Yeah, hedging is never a bad idea either, I guess, so we'll find out soon enough. And, okay, hedging was a good idea. It was actually in, in this town here. A lot further north than I thought, so that's okay. Argentina is a country I'll work on before the World Cup. Definitely a weakness of mine so far. That's okay. Okay, should be Denmark. Should just see the Danish sign here and go. Yeah, and this is feeling maybe more so this side. I don't know if that's going to be correct. Maybe Fun or Zealand, but no, it wasn't. It was just over on Jutland. Yeah, Jutland. Yeah, and again, good damage for our opponent. So it's back into the balance here. In fact, he's ahead. But I don't think we've had too many countries that I'm good at yet, and once we get those, we should be okay. This is Spain or Italy. Let's actually go for the sign here, why not? We're moving now, we can check. That looks more, well, it could be either country, actually. But everything kind of feels, yeah, it has to be Spain, because it's such a flat signpost. So, and if it is so flat, then I would kind of suggest this area right here, right? Or it could be like north stuff as well. Actually, if I thought Italy... Maybe it is north of the capital. Yeah, I think I would actually switch north of the capital here, just in this flat area here. Damn it, that was on the 5k. That's okay, though. It had to be one of those flat areas, and it's only going to be 700 points damage. So that's really, yeah, it's really achievable to come back from, of course. This is 2.5 times damage now. What are we looking at here? A bit of whitish. I saw that in Denmark twice today, but this is actually going to be somewhere in the UK or Ireland. And it feels more Irish, but the black backs of the signs is a bit more UK. Nevertheless, we saw a white back of the... Yeah, we saw a white back... Ooh, this is interesting, though. Now, let's go back to the start here, because that is the British style of signage. And that is... Yeah, this... Okay. I'll go North Ireland, then, because it does feel Irish. We have UK signage, though, so... Could just be Wales as well. I'll hedge, actually. Okay, it was Northern Ireland. Didn't register, so that's good. And our opponent just goes Ireland as well. 120 points of damage there. Almost closer than me, honestly. But he definitely would have been if I had a water hedge like I was trying to. Next one here is near Røros. And it should be somewhere around here, I imagine. If I could load, thank you very much. There we go, that's that. Now where's the other town here? It is Sturugal. Sturugal. Where is that? Sturugal. I would obviously like to find that one here. So, Røros is to the south-ish. Sturugal. Interesting. So, maybe further this direction. Studalen. Yeah, I guess it is that. So I'll go on there. It's the 705. Is that the 705? Not really sure, actually. Might not actually show up at all, potentially. But hey, I think our guess is at least decent here. It's 3 times damage. It's not inconceivable that we do good damage here, but we'll see. We gave him a fair amount of time to find where it is, though, I think. And yeah, it indeed was on that road there, so that's good. Rare that I can actually make something happen, but I kind of knew the region because it was Generation 3 and kind of looked like Sweden, so yeah, that was good. Okay, next one here. Long dashes, maybe France. Yeah, this is French. I don't know where that, antenna's found. I think we click middle here. This kind of feels like maybe this area here, like around Vichy or something like that. I'll just go for it here. Could even be like up near Strasbourg. I definitely kind of get that vibe as well, but yeah, I don't really know. And hopefully our opponent just kind of fumbles it somehow, and we come out with some points here. Ooh, was all the way down there. Opponent goes for the same guess. That's a difficult round. I don't really think I'd do anything differently, because I could easily have seen it being quite far north, but skill issue, really. When it comes to France, it's not my strongest country. This is somewhere in Ghana. Now, we do have a palm, but it's only one. I actually want to get to the sign here and just see if it would have the town name on it, because we are in a town here. Buoy generating station. Interesting. This is not too south, I think, actually. So it could be like anything Techiman up Buipe is kind of tempting to go for, although I doubt it's actually there. Buoy. Yeah, I'm gonna go there. That's fine. I don't think it's gonna be south of Kumasi, at least I really hope not. It could be, but yeah, I get more of a north vibe. It's kind of almost... Yeah, it is still vegetated, but it's getting a bit drier. And we don't have too many palms, so I think it's a fine guess at least. Surely it is. We'll see here. And it was indeed over here. Yeah, don't think that was actually findable. Fortunately, it nets us 1.2k damage, so we're actually back in the lead here on round number 11. And yeah, this is obviously a huge game to win. Let's not forget how high his rating was. I almost forgot there. But this is just going to be central. Actually, could be a bit further north here. Just thinking about this road gives me a bit of a north vibe. Oh, we have the blue one. Yeah, this is the north road like this. The Koban road actually can be like up there a little bit, I think. So I'll go for that. How's the road angle here? We probably could have lined it up a bit because it is kind of north-south. It's probably on this road here. We're probably like exactly like here. But yeah, I mean, And we're not too far away if it is there. We'll find out what our opponent does soon enough as well. And it was there, damn it. Okay, well, our opponent does a good job of lining up. Fortunately, we're not too far away. I would definitely expect this from such a high-rated opponent to be able to line that up, definitely. Okay, what's this about? We don't see anything here. It's completely blurred. It's obviously no good, but here we go, turn around. This is south. Norway, I would say. Should we go for some evidence, or should we just guess here? Let's check out this sign. I mean, we got wooden poles, they're all feeling good. Sign also feels good. This is like deep south, I'm pretty sure of it. It can be anywhere in this southern part, so it could be like near Ellesund or something like that, but the amount of like pines and everything really made me feel good for south, so a bit of a gamble, we'll see. Maybe just the middle hedge will be better here, around here maybe, but I hope my gamble pays off, and it was, yeah, our opponent also goes for that south guess, but it was kind of around there. We should have been the one middle hedging instead, but at least we do a little bit of damage. Again, like, incredibly close duel here. Just got to keep my calm, hopefully not too many urban rounds or anything. This is Spain, and it is southern, surely. Now, what does this say? Ooh, it's something Puente, it's like point, right? So Puente Genil. I've never heard of this place, but I feel like I maybe should look for it. Puente Genil. Don't see it anywhere here, so I think my default would just be to go here. Now, it is very southern architecture, surely. What about anything else here? I don't think I have an advantage going longer here. I think I should just guess. I'm going for it. Now, can we find this place? I maybe should have looked for the coast. And I have no idea what pointer actually means here, so I just hope it's not somewhere up here, which it really could be. But I think it looked like, it kind of looked, well, let's see. Okay, it was southern, it wasn't even coastal though, interesting. Opponent goes middle, that's obviously huge damage there, 1.6k, very nice. Yeah, it was a good thing to just guess there, because honestly, I'm not going to find too much more, my scanning skills are just terrible at the best of times. And this is northern Kenya. And we're going south in the car here. Interesting. It should be somewhere around here. Now, it should be near Marsabit. We see those kind of mountains north. We don't see too much else. I like the way that this is lining up, I think. Yeah, I mean, something like this should work like pretty nicely, I think. Will the opponent know the road? Yes, I expect so. But I feel like we could be closer here. I think we lined up the mountains relatively well. I think it is that range there. But maybe not, actually. We'll see. Like, what is it looking like over there? Maybe not. Although those still kind of look up. I think we're right. Oh, it was a bit further north there, near Log Logo. Interesting place name. Obviously, good damage for opponent there. Okay, stressful one. Obviously, the pressure's a little bit off here. Ooh, this one is the painted bottom of the pole meta, which I came up with for nearby the capital. And I think I would go capital here for the Philippines. So let's put the pressure on here. Opponent will probably just do the same, but we'll find out. What was that tuk-tuk? Maybe the tuk-tuk could help him here. Tuk-tuks are, yeah, definitely fitting for the North Star, where the roofs are a little bit further apart from each other. But yeah, the painted poles are the big thing here, and our opponent does do the same, unfortunately using my own meta against me, and to good effect. It's going to be 500 points damage, damn. Well, yeah, I mean, it is kind of a standard hedge when it's Generation 4 like that, you know, kind of urban coverage to go around that area. Anyway, next one here. It kind of looks like Croatia, I guess, maybe, or could be something else nearby. We don't have a blue strip there, so I don't mind Croatia here. We'll see what place names we have here. I guess it's going to be kind of essential. So, I mean, I think all the places are fitting rather nicely for Croatia here. Yeah, seems like we actually have still multiple plates without blue strips, so I think we're somewhere around this area here. I think I might just guess as well. How hilly is this place? Yeah, we do have hills. Okay, so guessing a little bit further this direction should be okay. Now, the fear is that we're out here, but this felt kind of like Austro-Hungarian architecture a little bit here. Like some of these houses, I don't know, not really actually, but it did kind of give me a Serbia vibe, so I like this side better, surely. We'll find out in a minute. And ooh, he 5Ks. It's not going to be enough to knock us out, because we're pretty close still, but it's obviously devastating for our morale. Very impressive guess there from our Norwegian friend. Now, will Australia bail us out? Not necessarily. I don't like the look of this round too much. It is just near... Okay, that's hilliness. Yeah, it's near Perth here. I would go like around here, I think. This could be further south, though. Maybe it is further south. Ooh. I don't know. I just went on instincts there. It can be right-clicked as well. It's just somewhere in this kind of southern tip. And it is further south. That's going to be knockout damage, I think. Yeah. Ooh, sucks to lose on Australia like that, man. Sucks to lose on Australia. And the thing is, I got the vibe as soon as I guessed, but I thought really going quickly there would be a good idea. That is unfortunate. Okay, GG's to our opponent there. Okay, let's move forward here. I hopefully can play him again. That wouldn't be bad. And we face Marta again here. Wow, the high-ranking opponents are coming out today. This is really great. And as I said, I don't really mind losing here. It's the new format and everything. We got a little bit of time to adjust ourselves here, and I'm happy to be just playing the superior format. So let's go over here, and oh, that was over there. Interesting. Not the best starting guess there, but that's okay. Opponent getting a rather nice one there as well. Next guess here should be somewhere in Bolivia, I would expect. Somewhere near Bolivia. Pampa Grande. Interesting. Looking for any metas here. Don't really see nothing too crazy, so I would expect somewhere like Pampa Grande. It could be further south as well. I'm just gonna hedge it here, like between, like it should be somewhere like between Santa Cruz and Cochabamba, and indeed it was on that road. So yeah, good guess from our opponent as well. Again, I'm expecting good guesses from people with these backgrounds and stuff like that. They shouldn't be that much worse than me. It should just be some key rounds where I have an advantage. That Australian one, I really would have gotten, I think, with more time. I just kind of forgot that I was playing against a good player. I should have taken the time to get my surroundings a little bit more, but I kind of already have that attitude where I'm playing against 800 rated opponents and I just want to go. So I think that's kind of my excuse for that one. Anyway, this is what? It should be US or Canada. I think it's US, and it should be somewhere around here, right? It's obviously the type of round where a lot of damage is potentially available. What's this say? Yeah, we've got the zip code there. I don't really think that helps me at all, though. Okay, we've got speed limit here. So half the speed signs in Oregon are different. I should just be guessing here, but let's check out the plates, though. Yeah, plates would seem pretty good for Washington, I would say, or California. It's more Washington. Or is it? I'm just going to guess on the border between the two here. Should be fine. Should be fine, yeah. And it was indeed near Olympia there. That definitely makes sense. And our opponent gets Washington as well. But going out in the desert part is interesting there. I guess it was kind of dry. Next one here. We've got very faded lines in the north part in Sabah here. Now, it's very red soil as well. Opponent guesses, so no doubt opponent knew where this was. So I guess we can just check around here for a little bit here. Yeah, we're in the mountains. I would like to go somewhere here, I think. And it was just kind of in the mountains on that road instead. Opponent's guess is fine. So yeah, definitely, it's very interesting here. The quality of opponent has been simply night and day from a normal episode. And it's going to completely have to, it's gonna have to make me play a lot different, I think. Which is good. Guys, I really cannot stress to you guys how happy I am to lose right now. That's fine, because the update is so welcome. Alligator Bridge. This should be Queensland or something, right? Let's see here. The signpost endings are Queensland ones. Shouldn't be too far north either. Just go like around here. Should be fine. I guess it could be further north. Yeah, I mean, Queensland's my weakest state. Honestly, Western Australia, I normally like guessing in, but that last one, yeah, just kind of guess prematurely. Queensland, however, I hate guessing in. And our opponent gets 7 meters away. What an insane guess. I mean, there must have been the sign there, but that is still really impressive. Now, we didn't have a railway next to the road there, which obviously makes life a bit easier, but for Queensland, bro, I hate guessing there, so I just guess. Okay, this one is, it looks like a French sign, I guess. Let's see if we can see it. We do have a blue little sticker here, which is good. Okay, so then, generally speaking, this kind of landscape and these trees somewhere near Bordeaux, but it is a bit hilly. So do I go a bit south of Bordeaux here? I think I do. Where are the hills here? Yeah, let's just go like here. Should be fine. Ooh, interesting. Was Marseille? I almost thought it was Portugal for a second. That's just his guess, which also makes sense. I can definitely respect that guess. But the blue sticker on the pole would always make it France, of course. Next one here, yellow center lines. We've got these Brazilian poles and everything like that. Kind of interesting landscape here. I would be expecting this is fairly central. Tocantins obviously works quite nicely with the long grass, these random hills as well. Yeah, I would say Tocantins is most likely, especially with this kind of poor road quality. I'm just going to go like on the border with like Piauí, Maranhão, because you get some like weird hills around there. And okay, it was actually in Piauí, but that's okay because we're fairly close as well. Definitely the road quality reminded me more of Tocantins, but it's lucky that we guessed pretty close, or that he didn't get too close, because obviously Brazil, huge damage on a round like that. Okay, this one is actually going to be South Korea, of course. Now, South Korea is one of my weakest countries. I'm considering just plonking the middle here. 700's number? Yeah, don't really think I should think this one too much. I think I should just go in the middle. Maybe more of a South 5, but again, yeah, no, I'm just going here, calling it a day. And it was indeed so, which is great, because we are closer. Our opponent also went middle. It was just kind of flatter, so I kind of opted more for west there, which pays off. Okay, next one here is 3.5 times damage. We are in Eastern Europe. We've got like kind of like a Hungarian architecture here. Should be Serbia though. So I would say this is northern Serbia for that reason. Just this like kind of roof, the way it's sloped, reminds me more of Hungary. And indeed it was very northern, near Hungary, and our opponent gets the vibe as well. Not really surprising, European opponent, maybe even been there at some point in his life. Next one here, quadruple damage in maybe Montenegro here or something like that. No rifts in the sky. These, maybe, yeah, should actually be putting us more more Slovenia. And I think if we are Slovenia, we're like near Koper here, because we kind of got like a bit of sandiness on the side of the road. This is what it reminds me of anyway. Unless we are somehow in Montenegro, which is not impossible. But I do think I was right. Okay, it was just southern instead. So opponent gets a nice guess there. Again, putting the pressure on here. Could we really lose 3 out of 4 on our first duels on here? I hope not. I really hope not. Okay, this is Indonesia, not a country we got so far. And this pole is found often, I believe, near the capital of Jakarta. So I think I would guess nearby there. I think I'll just go to see a little bit more of the landscape over here, though. Everything feels fine for Jakarta. This pole top, I thought maybe might be like Central Java. No, it is West Java, I think. So yeah, I'll just go outside of Jakarta here. It's probably more like Bandung even maybe, but guess is fine, I think. Yeah, I think I really need to be more considered in my guesses when I have these high-rated opponents. It's definitely in order, because I'm starting to realize that like that fast guess in Australia was just stupid. And indeed it was near Bandung. Okay, so again, pretty bad damage there, 900 points. Right back into the balance, opponent's in the lead. We need to be guessing nicely here. Yeah, again, like guessing Jakarta there, it's just not a good guess, because my guess is too flat. Oh no. Oh no. It feels fairly north, right? Yeah, opponent is crying. If only there was a way I could tell him to guess Antarctica so we can just move on to the next round here, but unfortunately that does not exist. So I will go, I think it's north of Nur here. Just gonna hedge it like that, guys. I just want to stay alive. I want to hedge and stay alive. Maybe it's on the other side of the island. I don't know. We'll find out. Find out just in 10 seconds. Oh gosh, guys, this is cringe. I don't want to die here. If we lose 3 in a row, if we lose 3 on this episode, that's enough to stay alive, I think? Yeah, it is. 1.5k damage. Gosh. Definitely had the north vibe, so respect to our opponent for going so north. If he got the town, we would have died, of course, but that's life. Okay, next one here is Russia. Can Russia bail us out? We got the white car here. This feels kind of like Ukrainian border to me more than anything, so I think I'm going to go straight for it here. Yeah, I feel like I will. I feel like I gotta trust my, like, instincts here. Maybe it's a bit flat for Belgorod, but somewhere nearby there surely is correct. And we just win, I hope. Unless this is, I mean, no, I think it's good. I think it is somewhere near Ukraine. We just have to hope for the best here. Oh, what? Okay, it was Chelia here. Opponent gets the same vibe, though, so luckily we survive. Wow. I just trusted the meta there, guys. To be honest, I didn't really look around too much. It was too flat to be Belgorod. Anyway, so next one here is Eswatini. Not the most pleasant sight, given that we are so low on health. Nevertheless, this is kind of very distinctively hilly, so we should be like in some kind of a mountain pass here. Maybe this area here. Like this road is actually feeling pretty good, especially with the angle actually lining up quite nicely here. So, well, nicely, I'm not so sure about that, but it could be like here. It could be like that. Do we have much? We do have like a fair amount of population going on as well. Let's just go for it here. Ooh, we 5k'd. That's nice. I mean, it's not insignificant damage there. 700 points. Okay, very good, very good. Sometimes actually looking around can be a good idea, Oscar. Come on. Okay, 6.5 times damage. We really want to win this one. And we are in Norway. Not my strongest country. Not my strongest country. And it feels not too northern, but that grassy roof is more of a north thing, right? Trees are fairly sparse. Okay, I will actually go fairly north here. I'm going to go Mo i Rana, or even a bit further. No, I'm going to go Mo i Rana. That should be fine. It's a hedge as well. And it kind of looked more south initially. The hills are not that huge. So I think I like my guess, honestly. We'll find out. But there's not as many fjords there, so Yeah, many thoughts to be had here. I don't really know. I'm happy with my guess, I think. I don't really have any good second thought here. And it was just south. Okay, there we go. So, in some ways, the worst ever episode, actually, in terms of, like, not the worst ever episode, because I clearly played better than the score would suggest, but it was, we could say, a bit of a rude awakening as well, though, because me being a bit out of practice, all these up-and-comers, and the result was no good for us. ACW is not my strongest map, but obviously it should be stronger than world map anyway, so I anticipate we'll bounce back next episode when I'm a bit more in practice. And to be honest, I had more fun playing today anyway than I have in basically any other episode, so that is all fine. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching the video all the way to the end, and I'll see you guys in a video very soon. I'll definitely be bringing more of you guys, despite the poor start here, I promise. Okay, so, till next time, goodbye.